What's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a bunch of different tips to help you improve your aim. We'll be going over stuff that you can do in game, out of game, and in aim trainers. Real quick before I get into it, if this video does help you or if you learn anything, please do leave a like and a comment. It helps out a ton. Subscribe if you want more educational finals content. And if you guys want to see me play live, the link to my Twitch is down below. But yeah, let's just get into it now. The first thing I want to cover is just a few lifestyle things that can affect how you aim. Then we'll get into things that we can do in game. And then to end the video, I'll talk about things that we can do in aim trainers, which is easily the most important when it comes to improving your aim. If you see an aim guide on YouTube that doesn't mention aim trainers, just run. I'll explain the significance of them later in the video. The first thing that I want to cover is just a few lifestyle things that can affect your aim. Having a good diet, staying hydrated, getting 7 to 8 hours of good sleep, and exercising is going to help your aim way more than you think it is. Getting in 1 to 2 hours of practice with a healthy mind and body is going to be way better and more efficient than several hours of practice when you're getting no sleep, you're living off fast food. It's just very important to have a healthy mind and body if you want to see the max potential of your aim, and you also get so much more out of the time that you put in. I just wanted to cover that because it's something that I think is very important and very overlooked. The first in-game tip is going to be learning how to control the recoil patterns. Each gun in this game has its own specific recoil pattern, so it's pretty important to learn those. You don't need to learn every single gun in the game. Just coming in the range and practicing this for a few minutes a day, you're going to see a big benefit from it. For example, the MP5 just kicks up and to the right, so to control the recoil, all you have to do is pull your mouse or your analog stick down and to the left a little bit, and whatever the recoil pattern is that you see in the wall, just do the opposite of that with your mouse or stick movement. Just get comfortable with these recoil patterns. The next thing I want to talk about is another little trick to help control recoil, and it's called recoil smoothing. If you guys come from Apex, you're probably already familiar with this, but to explain it in the simplest of terms, the recoil is way easier to control the faster your target is moving on your screen. So for example, if you're strafing left or right, the recoil is going to be a lot easier to control than if you're just standing still, and it gets even easier when your target appears to move faster than that. For example, if you anti-mirror strafe them, if they hit a jump pad, if they hit a zip line, the recoil is going to be much easier to control when you're tracking them on those fast movements. Just as long as you're doing some kind of movement, the recoil will be easier. That's just a very simple and general explanation of it. If you guys want to know more about this in depth, check out the video that Viscos made on it. She does very good at explaining what it is and giving examples, and she is an insane aimer that I've been following for a long time. If you're interested in that, the link is below. Next thing that we're going to talk about is crosshair placement. In a game like this, crosshair placement probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind. Crosshair placement is way more prevalent in tac shooters like Valorant and CS, but that doesn't mean that it's irrelevant for every other game. Having good crosshair placement will make it so much easier to aim. When I watch newer or lesser skilled players, it's pretty common to see them looking at the ground most of the time. Crosshair placement is still very important and something that you should always be consciously thinking about. One more thing before we get into aim trainers, you need to make sure you at least have some decent settings. If you guys want the best FPS, lowest input lag, you want your game to run as best as it can, just turn everything to low, turn RTX to static, field of view on 100, NVIDIA reflex low latency on. Stretched res is also pretty good in this game. If that's something that you guys are interested in, I'll have a link to a video on how to do that down below. Just a basic rundown. If you guys want a full rundown, the link to my settings guide will be down below as well. Also, make sure you're playing on a decent sensitivity. As far as DPI goes, I'd recommend everybody to be playing at least 1600. 1600 DPI has lower latency and feels smoother than lower DPIs like 800 and 400. I play 1600 DPI 16, and 16 in this game is about 35 centimeters per 360, which is a pretty medium sensitivity. I talked about it in my last video, but what I feel is a good range for this game is going to be anywhere from 14 to 18 on 1600 DPI, or if you are still on 800, it'd be 28 to 36, something around there. It can be a little bit higher, it can be a little bit lower, but just make sure it's nothing too crazy. I play on a zoom sense of 75. This feels really good to me, and I have a scope sense of 25, and I have focal length scaling turned off. Now we'll head on over into aim trainers. Aim training is the single best thing that you can do to improve your aim in any game. Doesn't matter what game it is. Even just 15-20 minutes of an aim trainer every day, you're going to see way more benefits than if you were to sit in the range and practice stuff for an hour or two in game. Trust me, this is coming from a guy who's been there and done that. Once I finally started putting the time into aim trainers, working on my weaknesses, doing proper playlists, and actually aim training properly, my skill went through the roof. The thing with aim trainers is the more time that you put into it, the more you're going to get out of the hours that you put in a game. It's just pretty much a cheat code for mechanics. And if you have good mechanics, then the game sense comes even easier. You don't have to focus on your aim as much anymore. You can just focus on making good plays. It's just so worth it to do. Even just 10 to 20 minutes a day, you're going to see a big improvement. Down below, I'll leave a link to some codes that I like. It's super simple to import playlists. Just open up KovaaKs, come over to your online playlist tab, go down to where it says enter playlist share code, click on it, and it should paste it in automatically. And then you would just save that playlist. Then you just click the little download button, and then to play that, you just come over here to local playlist, hit the play button, and then just get started on it. I'm going to try and link some playlists that are 20 to 30 minutes and under, but now I'm going to show you some aimlab things that I like for those of you that have aimlab. So unfortunately, I don't have a ton of experience with aimlab, but after just browsing for a little bit, I found a few playlists playlist that I think could be beneficial. And those are going to be the RA Apex Legends routine, the Hollow and Voltaic Apex Legends routine, and then this new one that they just added, the Finals Fundamentals playlist. Like I said, I don't have a ton of time with aimlab, so I can't recommend super good ones, but these ones seem decent, and these routines are pretty easy to find. You would just come down here to the search bar. I'm going to look for the RA Apex Legends routine, so I just come down here, type in RA. I would go to the playlist tab. I would just scroll a little bit until I find it, and there it is right there, RA Apex Legends routine. You would just click that and download it, and then it'll be here in your collection in your playlists. So yeah, just do that aim training. Even if it's 10 to 20 minutes a day, it's going to help you so much. Another aim training thing that I really like is the Voltaic daily improvement method. It's basically just a bunch of different playlists that focus on a different component of aim each day. So one day is static clicking, one day is dynamic clicking, another is smooth tracking, another is reactive tracking, and so forth and so on. I don't want to talk about it too much because it is a little bit more advanced. It can be kind of intimidating if you're new to KovaaKs and aim training, but if you guys are interested and you want to learn more about it, I'll leave a link to that video down below from a very good aim training content creator named Low Gravity. This helped me improve so much, so I very strongly do recommend it. And then the last tip that I have for you guys is to just be consistent with your playtime. I know it's not possible for everybody to play every single day, but if you're able to play just 1 hour every single day versus 3 hours every few days, that's going to be way better. It's going to be a lot easier to build up your mechanics if you're playing even just a little bit every single day. Being consistent is one of the biggest things when it comes to improving your aim. Not just being consistent in game, but being consistent in all aspects of life. As I touched on a little bit earlier with your diet, your exercise, your sleep, you need to be doing all of those consistently well, consistently aim training, consistently playing the game. I know it kind of sounds like a lot, but if you guys want to see good results fast, that's what you have to do. That's what I did for a little bit, and it really did pay off. Now I can hop on any game that I want and be good at it pretty fast. It's much easier for me to climb the ranks in any game I play. It's just important to implement everything that I've talked about today to improve your aim a lot and quickly in games. If you guys have any questions about anything, please leave them down in the comments below. I'll try to answer as many as I can, whether it's related to in-game stuff, lifestyle, aim training, anything at all. Please ask. Remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future content. I'm going to be trying out content on a couple of different games here soon because the finals is slowing down a little bit, so I may try some COD videos. I might try some Apex videos because 3 Strikes is out again, and I'm probably going to be doing a bunch of updated settings guides. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, make sure you're subscribed, and most importantly, be sure to follow my Twitch where I stream a few times a week. I've been playing a lot of different games just because the finals hasn't been too much fun for me recently, but that's a good place to stop by and ask me questions if you have any. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.